Hi, everybody. This is Sean Heidemann. I am a real estate broker here in the Phoenix, Arizona area. Today, I'm recording my Phoenix real estate market report that I do for my clients. So, the report helps you guys determine what kind of market we're in, how to submit your offers, how competitive it should be, and also if you're on the selling side, how you should respond to any counter offers, what kind of market you're in, if we're in a buyer's market, a seller's market, a buyer's market. So this is important information for you guys to be able to make accurate decisions when you are purchasing property in the Phoenix area. So today I am doing a little fun thing here. So this shows here um, a part of town. This is back in 1996. So you can see all the farmland, the squares around out and around town. And here's a little airport. Some of you guys may already know where it is, but um, the next one, here's some more rooftops that kind of started coming in. There's still some farmland out and around. So this was a matter of was it 9 years? So 9 years of growth. This is right here. And then 2022, this is a matter of um, 15 years. And you can see a lot more growth. So it kind of shows you the progression of growth around town and how things kind of work, how much time it takes to be able to have this many rooftops. But as you can see, here's the 303, and here's the Northern Parkway that they're going to be working on. Here's the airport that was there before. This is Luke Air Force Base, if you guys haven't guessed already. But this is Surprise, El Mirage, Glendale, Waddell, and Buckeye. So this shows you the progression of growth and how much time it takes for growth. Now, I know I talked about this Proposition 479 in the past. It was passed in the recent election. Um, and so this area around here is a growth spot. So if you guys are looking for an area that's going to have some high appreciation, definitely the Surprise area around this area here would be a good bet. And if you're looking for more of a long term, so around this area is probably more like 10 to 15 years, like the progression. And there's little pockets out and around town as well that is going to be waiting for growth. But a good bet, good investment would be out here in the Surprise area. I actually purchased an investment property out there myself, and I'm hoping that there's new businesses and more growth and everything that comes in there over time. Here are some of the new freeway interchanges with the passing of Proposition 479. There's a new highway interchange, the I-17 Loop 303, completion of the Route 2024 to Ironwood, interchange Jackrabbit to I-17. So there's a number of new improvements that are going to be going around town. I know it's going to be an annoyance for when you're trying to get to work. I know that the I-17 going north has been kind of difficult to get up north area, as on the weekends they block off one side of town and then they block off the other one. Ooh, there we go. And yeah, so there's going to be a lot of new freeway construction around town. So keep an eye out for that. So the federal funds rate in the 10-year bond and the 2-year bond, I know I've talked about the inversion in the past, but typically when there's an inversion, the 2-year bond is above the 10-year bond, and then the federal government typically raises their rates, and that causes interest rates to go up. And so it makes sense. So if you are going to buy a 10-year bond, you would expect a higher return than a 2-year bond. So before it was you get a higher return on investment on a 2-year bond than a 10-year bond. And so the 2-year bond is edged back up. That's not quite back above the 10-year, where it was around here. As you see, it's the 2-year was above the 10, then dropped below, and then the Feds started thinking about lowering their rates. But then now it's kind of edged back up. The reason why is because of unemployment started edging back up, and so the 2-year bond is going back up. Now the Fed is kind of like, well, unemployment's kind of going up again, so maybe we're not going to start lowering rates. We might leave it the same or raise it. So that's caused the mortgage rates to go back up. And during recessions, typically once they declare a recession, the unemployment goes up and the 2-year bond goes down, and then interest rates go down. So the question is, what are interest rates right now? So interest rates are right around 7%, and FHA is not too shy from that. But our market is mainly interest rate driven. So when interest rates are up, the market comes to a screeching halt. So when we were down here, I was able to put 3 of our properties under contract, and we just recently got those closed. But so the market slows down considerably because affordability right around 7% isn't quite there. So once interest rates go down, the 2-year bond is above the 10, unemployment goes up, then the interest rates are going to stay low, where it's a more of an affordable level for a longer period of time. And at that time, then more and more buyers are going to jump into the market and start buying. And so now is a great opportunity to take advantage of that, where because the saying is you want to buy when nobody else is buying, and you want to sell when nobody else is selling. So definitely take advantage of the market right now. So the 30-year and the 10-year Treasury. So does interest rates have more room to come down? So the answer is yes. So the long-term spread, average spread is 1.7%, and the spread between the 30-year and the 10-year is 2.46%. So why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because historically, the average has been right around 1.7%, and once interest rates went up, then the banks considered the market being more of a higher risk, so there's a higher spread there. So once the spread comes back down, then banks stop assuming that there's a higher risk to lending, then the spread will come back closer to the average, and mortgage rates will stay at a consistent level. So this is an area around town. So this is more for starter homes between 1,200 and 1,500 square feet. Here's the price ranges around town. As you can see, this area is you can still pick up between 300 and 400,000. The darker blue is 500 to 600,000. Carefree, Scottsdale, Fountain Hills, Mesa, all these areas. We're going to go further out in Santan. You can find some of those deals. But there's another map, and it shows a median price around that area I was showing you, around 455,000. This is a little bit larger, between 1,500 to 2,000. Not quite a starter home, but there still are prices out and around town where you can pick up some good deals around that price range. So this is a median price of a starter home. This is the median, and so the median right now is around 370,000 for a starter home, single-family home between 1,200 and 1,500 square feet. So there are opportunities out there. So definitely consider taking advantage of the market. You can always refinance, but the market, once things become more consistent, then more and more buyers are going to be in the market. It's going to be more competitive, and prices are going to start going up. So take advantage of the market. Here's the median starter home of between 1,500 to 2,000. It's between right around $435,000. So for every 1% drop in the interest rate, there's a 10% 10% off of principal and interest payments. So this is back in April, it was around 7.5%. October is about 6.5%. So as you can see, there's a 10% difference. But if you're able to get the seller to pay some seller concessions, you can get a 2-1 interest rate buy down. So where that is your interest rate is lower for the first 2 years, and then it goes to a consistent interest rate. So you can get it down 20% basically for the next 2 years. And obviously within the next 2 years, as I showed you, the average spread, the interest rates should be coming down to more of a consistent level where you can refinance and your payment would still be right around the same as when you get the 2-to-1 buy down. Okay, so accepted contracts. As you can see, we are pretty close to 2023, and just kind of follows the historical norm. But lower mortgage rates equal new contracts rising against seasonal declines. Higher mortgage rates, new contracts decline faster than seasonal decline. So as I said, as interest rates go up, accepted contracts go down, there's less people. Interest rates go down, there's more people. So definitely take advantage of this market. Annual sales, we have annual sales right around, let's see, we're right around 2006, 2007. So we do have a low annual sale rate right now, so there's definitely more room for the market to go up. And we have a lot of homes here in the valley. So Cromford Market Index, this tells us if we're in a buyer's market, seller's market, balanced market. I'm not going to get into too much detail on this here, but historically, we've only had 4 actual buyer's markets over the last since 2001. As you can see, there's one buyer's market here, and we had a buyer's market 2010. Here's one there. There's a little blip. And then now we currently have a balanced market. So as you can see, buyer's markets are very rare in the Phoenix market. So definitely take advantage of the market before it goes back to a seller's market. So not every city is currently in a buyer's market, but there are seller's markets, balanced markets, and balanced markets. But there are more and more gravitating towards balanced markets and buyer's markets, as you can see in these different cities here. So you can see there's less sellers markets than balanced markets, so the pendulum is starting to shift. Appreciation, median sales price. If you bought back in 2001, you have some appreciation here. And if you bought in 2023, you have a slight appreciation of 2.3%. Well, actually, no, you don't have any appreciation if you bought in November 2001 to November 22. So right around 450. And then you have 1.5%. This is the sales price per square foot. All homes under 2,500 square feet. It's 1.2%, 3.4%, and 2.5%. And then this is homes above 2,500 square feet. So between November 2001, you have 8.3%, 6.3%, and 0.8% if you bought last year during the buyer's market that occurred first part of last year. Contract ratio, under contracts are going down, supply is going up, there's less buyers, so the supply is going up currently. Armless supply increased by size and type. So this shows us the square footage, type of home, that the supply. So supply has increased some more in the luxury home markets, as you can see here. Luxury home markets, as they're above 2,500 square feet, is considered a luxury market. And for some reason, more with luxury markets are people are putting their homes on the market as compared to some of the lower priced homes. Single family permits are not up substantially, so that's good. So new home builders are not putting a lot of inventory out there, but they are offering some great incentives. So some builders are offering 4.5% for the first year, and then 5.5% interest rates for the life of the loan. I've seen some other deals. They're throwing in pools. They're throwing in complete packages that were considered upgrades. So New builds is definitely a great option. If you guys are interested in that, give me a call. I can point you in the right direction for some new builds, either to live in or for investment as well. Okay, so meanwhile, buyers be like, I'd like a price reduction and a credit for closing costs. So let's get into price reductions and seller concessions. So days on market is up historically. All right, it's going to take longer for homes to sell on the market, especially when interest rates go up to 7%. When it goes back down, then it'll be easier to sell. So weekly price reductions. So weekly price reductions are are up. So this kind of shows you right around the time that we are in right now. We're closer to 2014, but 2018 we had 9,594, and then when interest rates went up, we had a big spike of price reductions around that time. Seller concessions, about 52% of all transactions have some sort of seller concession, and that can go towards closing costs or buying down interest rates for buyers. So concessions are right around $9,700. So it's been kind of right around that $9,500 mark since November of 22. So definitely, if you're submitting offers, you want to make sure that you ask the seller for some kind of seller concessions, because you never know what you're going to get. This shows you the price ranges between the seller concessions. So the highest seller concessions or percentage of contracts is between 300 and 500,000, but that's right around the average and the median sales price as well. But this kind of shows you what percentage of these price ranges are able to get seller concessions. And this is the end here. So everything is gravitating towards a buyer's market. As you can see, the average sales price is down. Median sales price is up. The sales over asking price is about down 3%. Seller concessions is up 9%. Dollar-wise, it's up $1,000. Sales price per list ratio is down 2.2%, and median days on market before contract is up 9 days. So everything is pointing to advantages for buyers right now. So if you are considering buying and you're able to buy and you're pre-qualified and you're sitting on the fence waiting, I would not wait anymore, because once the new year starts, Donald Trump gets into office, he may start changing everything around, and our economy and everything may start getting better, and interest rates will go down, be more consistent, and then that's when it's too late. So give me a call if you're interested in buying. I can help you out with that. My contact information is below. Just click on the more information. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.